Hey guys, what's going on? ZTE back here with my first ever video on the channel. Today we're actually going to be doing a bit of an analysis, discussion, reaction type video, for say the least, over a video called Why Ugly People Deserve to Be Lonely, brought to you by the one, the truly only best YouTuber ever, Trash Official, and his friend, Jaden Animations, to say the least. So let's get over this video. Let's discuss and analyze their valid arguments and points, so we may further discuss and see why exactly ugly people deserve to be lonely.
Wait, where do I look?
Into the camera.
Oh, it's up there. It's on it.
Ugly people. The people who can use their Tinder bios as private diaries
And manipulate and lie to people.
no one will ever read. I'm here with Jaden from Jaden Animations.
Hello.
My name is Joel from Rumi Official. Jaden, can you define an ugly person?
Someone who I guess just isn't the most fun to look at.
Do you have an example?
Not a bad explanation, Jaden. Well, an ugly person is someone who society absolutely hates and views as a bad person simply by their appearance.
No.
Do you have any experience with ugly people?
What's an experience with an ugly person?
I don't.
Whoa, Jack. Oh, an ugly person. They're around, but.
Well, you are right, they are around, but I think what Joe means by an experience with an ugly person is a direct conversation with one.
This video is gonna make us come across so awful. Anyway, today I'm gonna tell.
Aren't you two already awful? I mean, we all know about the war crimes you guys have committed in Antarctica.
Tell you guys and Jaden why ugly people deserve to be lonely. I did a video similar to this a while back with Dave. I like to call it Devil's Advocate because I take a premise that kind of is weird
It's just not true.
but then we find the best arguments and sometimes we convince ourselves that it is true. And today I'm gonna convince Jaden that ugly people deserve to be lonely. And I think she's gonna be convinced. So go sit in the chair.
Okay.
I don't need you here anymore.
Well, I mean, I already am in a chair, so let's hear your points. Beauty is the only difference. That is factually correct.
We've all been there. Life is full of the same types of people. Everyone's pretty much the same.
Personalities. Who needs them?
In my case, people will say things like, "Wow, Rumi, you're so amazing." Or, "Hey, Rumi, here's $1 million. Thank you for all the important things you do." Or, "Hello, I just noticed you walking down the street, and I have to say that you're the most beautiful person I've ever laid my eyes on. Will you join me and my 5 sorority girlfriends for a night of fun?" So I feel like pretty much everyone's the
Roman, can we please stop living in your fantasy and in your imagination?
same. These
Like on
I want to hear actual valid points.
the schedule, like
Yeah,
9 o'clock, the 5 sorority girls come in.
Just face it, there's no room for diversity in today's society. We're all connected over the internet, we consume the same media, everyone watches the same Marvel movies, teaching the same morals. We're all conditioned, mindless clones. Therefore, looks are the only thing that matters. Ugly people are just beautiful people that are ugly. Because we're all the same, so why would you choose them? Why?
Okay, wait, if ugly people are just people that are beautiful but are ugly, would that mean ugly people that are ugly are just uglier? Or how would that work?
Why would you choose the ugly version of the beautiful thing? That doesn't make any sense. That's just a downgrade. It's like in Pokemon, right? You know Pokemon.
Yeah, I do.
So why
I've
would
heard
you
of it.
why would you choose that Eevee evolves into Vaporeon, which is the ugly fish cat thing, when you can make it evolve into Flareon, the sleek fire?
Hold up. I'm no genius, but Vaporeon actually has a high stat in special attack and defense, and is a water type which is stronger and more effective against a fire type.
Boy with a quiff that looks kind of like Joey Graceffa if you squint a little bit. Why would you choose Fish Boy? Fish Boy's gross. Joey Graceffa Eevee is amazing.
First of all, Vaporeon has a personality of extremely high special attack and special defense.
What are you talking? Why are you mean to Joey Graceffa right now? That's awful. Joey, if you're watching this, I'm very sorry. Jaden's being an asshole. Joey Graceffa's amazing. Fish Boy is gross. Can
And
we
they
all agree?
same personality.
Same
That's what you're
personality,
saying.
but you know, quiff and and awesome, or hello, I am a gross fish. You know, how do you feel about that so far? Are you following the argument?
I think you're completely bullshit.
I completely agree with you, Jaden. He hasn't brought up any valid points yet.
You will understand me by the end of this. I will get you onto my side. Let's move on to the next strong argument. Being lonely is actually a good life lesson. No one really cares about anything about you past what you can do for them. So for example,
Okay, now that's a valid argument.
let's say, Jaden, you need a tooth pulled out, right? It's dark and gross. You actually have one in
It's
there.
dark and gross.
Just like my life.
And I come here and I'm like, I got a knife.
A knife?
Yeah.
What kind of dentist do you go to?
And then I'll be like, well, actually, I'm not a dentist. But, you know, I'll take your tooth out for you. I'll try. I'll do my best. And then you'd probably be like, oh, no, I don't want you to take my tooth out because you're not a dentist. But I'm a nice guy. There's nothing wrong with me. I may not be a dentist, but I've got other qualities. The point is, I don't meet the requirements to be your dentist. And it's exactly the same with ugly people. Ugly people are not meant for dating. So why would...
Now, what are you meant for?
You wouldn't let the guy with a knife do the dentistry.
Because if you're saying ugly people are not meant for dating, are you meant for you two?
Work on you.
No.
Why would you let the ugly person do the dating work on you?
Being ugly isn't the only factor to look at when looking at relationships.
You mean like...
Jaden, please stop talking out of your butt. Can't really cuss because I'd get canceled.
Yeah.
I stand corrected. Add big as well as beautiful faced
Yes.
to the list.
So what if an ugly person is attracted to another ugly person? Are they still not allowed to be lonely?
That sounds like they're fooling themselves. Like, this person is like on my level, so therefore I'll... It's just awful.
And why are you still single?
I'm being so mean. There's other things you can do as an ugly person that are valued in society. For example, they can become brilliant engineers and maybe they can make android boyfriends and girlfriends which will surpass real life ones. Why would you deny everyone in the world?
Yes. Yes, Jaden. Ugly people should not be dating because Rumi is right. He needs to go create these robots.
The access to the androids just because you want like ugly people to get to date. That's really selfish. Let the ugly people invent the androids. What are you talking about?
So you're saying that they should give up and just make robots?
Yes. I've seen some comments about, Joe, why don't you do music anymore? And I do music still. Right now.
Well, sorry, Joe. I'm gonna have to skip this part because I do not want to get copyrighted, nor do I want to indulge free promotion. So let's just skip over that, and let's continue.
Next argument. It's justice. So,
Justice.
people.
Justice.
People get ugliness wrong. They think it's random. They think that people get born like, oh, you're attractive, you're not attractive, it's all random, no, whatever, like you didn't deserve your attractiveness.
Well, I mean, that's how I was born and how you were born, so I don't really see the problem with that.
Wrong! So this is how it actually is. How ugly you are is actually a consequence of your actions. Let me explain. So,
Wait.
let's say you're a dictator.
I'm down.
Dictator Jaden. You're wearing your little hat or whatever.
Do I have a mustache? I want a tiny mustache right here.
Yeah. You do some horrifying stuff. You wear ugly hats. You're mean to people in wheelchairs and nothing really happens to you while you're alive. You die peacefully in your bed at like 95 years old.
So I'm not an ugly dictator.
No, you're a beautiful dictator. Oh
Thanks.
my god, so beautiful.
So I had lots of partners.
Yeah, you die with like your 10 virgin husbands around you.
Virgin husband.
Yeah, or 10 virgin wives, you know, everything you wanted.
Okay.
Furry. I mean, that's surely unfair. Like, you were mean to people.
Unfair.
But this is where the genius of the world kicks in. You wake up and you've been reincarnated. You look into the mirror and you're ugly. Nani? Oh no, how did this happen?
How long into life am I realizing this?
You come out of the womb. You pull out your baby mirror.
Out of my baby pocket.
Your baby butt. You got a little mirror, then you're like, let's
I
check
grew
out how...
it in the womb.
Yeah, let's check out how good looking of a baby I am. Yeah. Oh no, I'm an ugly baby. This will never turn into a good looking human. Not even when I'm an adult. I really hope I can fool some people into, you know, dating me even though I'm ugly. But no, that's where we need to...
Well, Joe, I have some good news for you. You're gonna have a missile experience when you visit North Korea.
Put our foot down. We're not gonna date ugly people because you know why?
Yeah.
You're ugly because you were bad in your previous life. That's how it works.
So you're
What did you two do?
making the statement that reincarnation is real.
Reincarnation is real. Just ask any Buddhist. There's so many Buddhists out there. They cannot, millions, they can't be wrong. There's too many. So basically, we should just avoid dating the ugly people because they're actually serving a sentence. It's like being in jail, right? If you're dating an ugly person that's supposed to be lonely because they're ugly, because they were bad in the previous life, you're breaking them out of jail. Let them be in jail. Let the ugly people, they can stay in their loneliness prison. That's what I'm saying. Ugly people are good contrast. If people are lonely, then they will go out with their friends to bars. And I mean, some of their friends maybe aren't very good looking, maybe they're just kind of like almost ugly. If they go out alone to the pub, they'll have trouble because like, oh, you're not that attractive. But if they go out with a contrast, really ugly person, suddenly they look like the most attractive person in a group of like 4 really ugly people and one that's like, oh, this person is not as ugly.
Oh, so standardized division. So let's say if I was going out for dinner, getting drinks with you two, that would improve my chances of actually getting a girlfriend. Nice. That's an actual valid point, Joe. I completely agree with you on that.
Ugly as the other ones.
So it's like a shifting scale.
Yeah, so you got
Absolutely.
ugly people and you got almost ugly people. And suddenly, almost ugly people look almost good looking.
So like you're saying that all ugly people don't have to be lonely.
Oh no, I'm saying that people who are almost ugly don't have to be lonely.
Yeah, so what if there was like an ugly person and then an uglier person?
No, if they're all ugly, it doesn't work. No ugly people gets to date ever. Only almost ugly people get to date.
What about if there's like a group of attractive but less attractive? Are they considered ugly and they're not allowed?
No, there's an absolute scale of ugly. So like you got like the very bottom of the barrel, the Jonases of the world. they're like at the very bottom. They will never date. And then you got like,
I can confirm.
So it kind of looks like that pyramid scale from that one fish movie. It's the 5 diagrams. There's ugly, absolutely ugly. There's ugly. There's mid-ground. There's almost ugly. And then there's attractive.
I have insight from below the line, guys.
yeah, so being ugly and lonely is actually like a public service. It's like being a fireman. It's like being a policeman with a little badge. And you're like, hey, I am...
Ugly.
Certified ugly.
People should make that ugly badges. Would you like me to accompany you to the,
I'll get you
to the
one.
club tonight? Yeah, I will look bad in comparison.
Certified ugly.
In the merch bar below, there is a certified ugly shirt that you can use if you're really ugly. Make people bring you out. At least you'll get a nice night out with friends, even though they're only using
Maybe
you to
like
look good.
even though you're lonely, they'll like all get you a drink.
Should we actually make that merch? Buy the merch, guys. Link in the description. I am ugly. Bring me out with you. I will make you look good. This is a really good one. So it's basically a blessing to be ugly because you get to avoid automatically the worst people in society. Because who socializes the most with attractive people?
Manipulative people.
It's the douchebags and the boys and the bad boys and bad girls, am I right? They only go for attractive people. They will not want to be seen with like
An
an
ugly
ugly
person.
person.
They
So,
wouldn't wa-
if you live a life
they
of...
wouldn't want to be seen with either of you two. So, but also you gotta be careful because they're all manipulative people in this world that would go to ugly people, pretend to be their friend, and then backstab them in the back for no freaking reason. So, Josh, if you're watching this, I hope you stub your toe at night.
loneliness, you avoid coming in contact with these people who will hurt and deceive you because they're not interested in an ugly person. You avoid basically socializing at all with the worst layers of humanity.
So wait, now we're on ugly people's side. We're like,
I was
oh,
hoping you wouldn't know this.
Jaden, would you honestly say that Joel was able to take this sketchy premise and make it a solid argument?
It's hard to say that because all of my points that are valid, you're just like, no. That you're the moderator, so I
To be honest, I don't think either of your points are valid.
have to sit.
for both of you.
Back and be like, okay.
Go subscribe to Jaden Animation. She doesn't have enough subscribers. She needs
I will not.
more.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Of course, this video is just a joke. If you're being sad about how you look or whatever, there's a link in the description to someone to talk to. Thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you next time, and keep swimming. That's my new catchphrase. Keep swimming, guys.
Keep being ugly.
Okay, now to end the video off, I'm going to be giving a quick elaboration on what exactly an ugly person is, because no one exactly knows the actual definition. Now, an ugly person is someone who is not very attractive or appealing to look at. Typically, someone who is a short, disabled man like myself. Wait a minute.